What is up, guys? It's your boy Banguli Education. I'm back after a long time and we're back at it with standard deviation. So that means I'm gonna go over it with you, and it's a topic that is common in A-level maths, especially the statistics part, and maybe GCSE maths as well. And the formula of standard deviation is square root variance, also known as square root of the sum of each value in a sample minus the mean, and you square it divided by the number of values in a sample of data. Yeah. Now we've got a question that shows a table of the number of eggs that are collected in each of those 7 days in 1 week. So we have 7 values here, and it tells us to calculate the mean. So for the mean, you add up all the numbers here to give you a total value, and then you divide it by 7 to give the mean of 7. And now it tells us to calculate the standard deviation. So you use the mean, you manipulate it to calculate the standard deviation, and I'll tell you how to do it. So that means you have to calculate the distance from all the values here from the mean. So that means you subtract the number of eggs by the mean number of eggs from each value, from each column. So that means you do 3 minus 7, which is 4, and 4 minus 7 gives you minus 3. You carry on for each number of eggs in the table to give you the distance from the mean. So you use this to square all these values, all these distances, you square them, and that will give you the squared values. So you might be wondering about what the squared values are for. It's to calculate the variance first. So for just before standard deviation, you have to calculate the variance, which will be talked about later on. So that means when the values are already squared from each values from the distance from the mean, you have to sum them, which means that you have to add them up to give you 72. Add all this up to give 72. So we also have to calculate the variance, and the variance is 10.3 because you divide 72 by the number of values here, which is 7. Hence the number of days in the number of eggs were counted. And 10.3 is square rooted to give 3.2. So that means whenever you calculate the standard deviation, you must square root 10.3 to give 3.2. So I've done this. So I've calculated the standard deviation by using this formula. So that means I've put 72 here in the sum of x minus x bar squared, and you just simply divide it by the number of values in the sample. So that means there are 7 values in the sample, and you square root all this into a fraction to give 3.2. We now have a question that says that there were 8 students and that were meant to solve a puzzle, and there were times in seconds that was recorded by each student. And the question tells you to work out the mean and the standard deviation of those times, and you must make sure that you round all your answers into 1 decimal place, and pause this video to have an attempt of this question. When you're done, unpause it. Okay, now that you're done, I'll show you the answers. Alright, peace out, guys. There you have it. There's your video for part 1 video of standard deviation. I'll see you next time.